Hey y'all, what's up? It's me. It is Everything Fresh and Sassy. How are you? I hope all is well with you. I do. Mind, body, spirit, and in health. It is Monday, oh goodness, the 14th, the 15th of September, 2025. Oh my goodness, y'all, here we are. Right now, it is 72 degrees outside. Okay, I can do that. But y'all, we're getting even cooler than that. My nose is itching. We are getting cooler than that, and I think the ragweed is upon us because my nose just been itching for the last couple of days. But anyway, you saw the title, The Help. The Help. We hear it very often where people say, I just want to help. Or if I can help one person, or what I have to say might help somebody. I want to say this. Sometimes the help we are trying to provide, disseminate, might not be the help somebody needs. The help that someone might be trying to offer might not be quite yet ready. I say this because, I sit, I watch, I observe, I listen, and I see people who are trying to render aid, render assistance in life situations that they have yet to perfect themselves. When I say perfect, I mean they have yet to really understand what it is they're going through and how to best navigate what they're going through. They may be in the throes of going through something and they feel like at this point I can help somebody. And the thing is, they have no self-awareness. And what a difficult stance to be in, where you don't have self-awareness, where you don't even realize that, okay, a person is trying to help not only themselves, but they say they want to help others because they're going through something that somebody else might be going through. And just because you're going through something and you're feeling good today doesn't mean that what you're doing or the information that you are sharing is even going to be helpful or advantageous to anybody at this point. It's not ready yet. I've heard people say to me, you can't possibly be happy like that all the time. And I've said this many times. I'm not always, in a great and happy, jolly mood. I'm not always that way. I think I'd be a little bit loony if I was. But I pick and choose my spots. When I'm not whole, when I'm not well, when I'm not my best, I don't need to come on this camera. That's my choice. Some people choose to come before the camera because they have no place else to turn. They have no one else to go to. They have no one else to talk to. And maybe there's just a few people on their channel that will buy their bullshit. And I'm just putting it out there the way it is. There's a few people on their channel who will buy into their bullshit. There's a few people in their channel who will be very kind to them and just go along with anything that they say or do and won't challenge them. And this is what they need and want in this moment. They need to be right. They need to feel like what I'm doing is the right thing. What I'm saying is the appropriate thing. I need somebody who's going to buy into what I'm saying. I don't need or want anybody to go against my actions, my thoughts, how I move, what I say. I don't need that. I don't want that. Narcissistic trait. Because you don't want to hear that you're wrong. You don't want to hear that what you're doing is not appropriate. This is a part of this thing called a lack of self-awareness. where you don't even realize that the things you're doing, the things that you're saying are not advantageous to the people you say you want to help. You have no self-awareness that your position, where you stand, where you place and put yourself on a day-to-day basis is a nuisance, is not beneficial to those people that you've inserted yourself amongst. You know, you believe that, well, what I'm doing is I'm helping this person. I'm helping these people move forward. They're not moving forward in the way that I want them to move forward. So let me go and help them. Let me go and do it. Let me go and say. Let me go and talk. Let me go and run my mouth. But these individuals have no self-awareness and don't understand, you know, that what they're doing, what they're saying is not being of a help. It's an imposition. They don't have self-awareness. And I can speak on this because I was in that position. My nose is itching. I was in that position where I thought I was helping someone. And I'm giving and I'm doing and I'm sharing and I'm putting information out. I'm giving of myself. I'm giving of my resources. And then I find out that the people that I'm helping, well, they just wanted what I had to offer in terms of resources. And then once they were done, they didn't need me anymore. Once they were done, they basically let me know, well, yeah, you helped, but we didn't ask you to. And that was the second time somebody had told me something like that. And I said, you know what? I'm not rendering any more help unless it is asked for. I'm not rendering any more help to ingracious people. You know, I've dropped a couple of $100s, few $100s in a Cash App because somebody was in need of help. And don't you know, just as soon as I dropped that Cash App, they ran out the door. Didn't even say thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. Oh, I needed it so bad. Thank you so much. And this individual got family. But they didn't go to their family for help. You know why? Because they've worn out their welcome with the family. They never really called on me. Never really, in years, I ain't heard from this person. Not, hey, how you doing? Not a fuck you, boo, nothing. Nothing. But once they wore out their welcome with everybody else and all the other family members, here they come. Can you help me? And just as soon as I hit that done button, they ran out the door. Didn't even say thank you. Then had the nerve to come back again. I'm going to leave that right there. I'm not going to go no further on that one. But the type of help some of us are offering and rendering may not be what people need. And I'm not saying withhold the blessing that you could give to somebody, because it is my intent to be able to help people that couldn't otherwise do for themselves. It is my intent to not only teach a man, not only to give a man some food, but to teach him how to fish. There's nothing like being self-sufficient. There's nothing like being able to do for self and not have to depend on anybody for assistance. Now, I realize no man is an island, and we're all here supposed to be serving one another. But oftentimes, and I hear people say, I do so much. I give so much. Yeah, I've been there too, where I did and gave and gave and did. And the things that I was doing wasn't really what those people needed. The things that I gave really wasn't what they wanted. Okay, maybe I fulfilled a need. Maybe I paid somebody's rent or somebody's mortgage for them for the month. And they really, in fact, needed that. But what they really needed was a way to be more self-sufficient, Because oftentimes when people find themselves in situations like that, because I found myself in situations like that before where I needed help, it was because I was out here getting stuff that I wanted instead of taking care of my needs. I was out here getting stuff that I wanted, and then I had to beg for what I needed. Take care of needs first. The wants, you can save up and take care of. You can take care of that later. But always make sure that you take care of what you need, which is roof over your head, clothes on your back, shoes on your feet, food on your table, and a little finance in your pocket. But first and foremost, you need that relationship with Yahweh. That's first and foremost. Get that relationship with him going first. Talk to him. Tell him how much you appreciate everything he has done for you. Show him that gratitude. And stop just running to him when things get bad. Oh, Lord. Somebody's sick. Oh, Lord. Somebody ain't doing too good. We don't know if him or her going to make it through the night. Oh, Lord, help me. I'm sick. Where was you at when things was going good? Where was you at when your needs was being met? Okay, I know I'm saying a whole lot, but there's a whole lot to be said. But there's nothing, well, I don't want to say there's nothing worse because there's a whole lot more worse, but it's really bad when a person believes that they're doing all that they can to help a person or a group of people. What they're doing is just fighting through their own issues. They're fighting through their own issues. And we got to fight. We can't just lay down and give up. Okay? But they're fighting through their own issues, but, they're not consistent yet. And when I say they're not consistent, what I mean is that while they're fighting through their issues today, they may be up and tomorrow they down. Today they telling you, you don't need a man, you can do things by yourself. And the next day, I'm lonely, I need a man. That's not helping. You're back and forth, you're flimming and flamming. You're not ready. Go get you together. Take care of you first. Consistently be in the headspace you feel like you should be in, and be there consistently for at least 90 days before you try to render help to somebody else. Because that's like, you ever heard the phrase, the blind leading the blind? Yeah. Not only the blind leading the blind, but there are people who are impaired. They don't know it. They don't see it. They believe they're doing well. They believe the information and the sharing and all the things are in order. They believe this. They don't even know how they come across on the outside. And that's what you've got to look at. How do I come across when I speak to people? How do I come across when I offer this type of assistance, these words? How do I come across when I'm sharing through? A lot of people don't even understand what it really means to look in the mirror and take a look at self and how you are coming across, how you are rendering your help. Some people don't even see it. They have no self-awareness. And I look at certain people and I'm like, oh my gosh, they don't even realize how they're coming across. Everyone else can see it but them. It's like, what's that phrase? You can't see the forest for the trees. You're in the middle of the forest and all you see is this one tree in front of you because there's so much around you. But if someone were to take you up in a helicopter or you were to stand at a different vantage point from a mountain or something, then you could see the forest. When you stand back, you have a different perspective. But when you're in the midst of, when you are going through it, it's hard to see the circumstances in which you're trying to work through. It's hard to see it. I'm not here to beat nobody up. I'm just giving you a perspective of what you may not understand, what you may not even be aware of. Because see, I too went through this. Where I thought I thought what I was saying was really being of help to someone. And it wasn't. Flim-flamming, going back and forth, contradicting myself. I'd say it's blue today and black tomorrow. And just trying to, I don't know, find scenarios to substantiate my circumstances. You know, trying to find a scenario that I could present to you to validate what I'm trying to tell you, to validate the help I'm trying to offer you. You know, it's like how people will take the Bible and pick and choose certain verses out of the Bible that will help validate something that they're doing. That's what I'm trying to say. Why is there so much traffic? It is 1:16 in the afternoon. Why y'all not at work? What is going on? 55-mile-an-hour speed zone and we doing 20. What's going on? So anyway. The long and short, or the short of it, is just, you know, why are you going through? If you want to talk it out, go ahead and talk it out. Because sometimes we got to talk it out to work it out, right? But while you're going through it, honestly, you're really not ready to render that help just yet. You've got to be consistent for at least 90 days. And if you're here, there, over here, over there, over here, over there, here, there, over here, over there, here, there, you aren't doing anybody any good. Because you're still trying to figure out your own circumstances. Get you together first. Because right now, in the midst of what you might be going through, you might come off as a little scattered, to put it mildly. You might come across a little scattered, so just take your time. You know, when we go through stuff, you know, especially a breakup, heartache, we got to go through that thing. We got to experience all of it. We got to go through that thing. We got to be mad, sad, angry, happy, peaceful, joyful, and then mad again. And then once we get to that space of peace and true forgiveness, and you don't have to really forgive, but just to a point where you ain't wishing nobody nothing bad, you know. Because see, I can tell if a person is still smarting from a relationship that didn't go right. I can tell if they're still smarting, because they can't wait to get some get back. They can't wait to show, look at me. You thought you murdered me. You thought you killed me, but you didn't. I'ma show him. I'ma show her. When you don't even care, that's when you're healed. That's when you're whole. That's when you're well. When you can't even remember that person's name that did you, what is your name? Who are you? You know, you know, and not mean them any harm, not wish any bad juju on them, then you're healed. But as long as you're trying to figure out some get back, you're not ready. As long as you still strutting and flitting around, trying to prove to everybody something. When you are whole, well, and healed, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You just go about your day and you live your life and you don't even think about the last one that did you wrong. You don't think about it. No. You're not trying to get no big get back. When you see that person, you're not angry, you're not mad. What is it? Sad, mad, happy. What is it? Happy, mad, and indifferent. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's what it is. You're not good, bad, or indifferent in seeing this person walk past you. Having that person walk in front of you, past you, speak or not speak, is like a leaf hitting the ground. You're not mad. It's not good. It's not bad. You're not indifferent about this leaf falling and hitting the ground. So shall you be. You should be the same way. But as long as you're trying to get some get back, a tit-tat, as long as you're trying to do that, you still holding on to something. And that has to be let go of. And that takes time. Could take 3 months, 6 months, a year. Oh, my nose is itching. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. So, do what you got to do to take care of yourself. You know, continue on with your life. You can't live nobody else's life but yours. Everybody has to do. I had this video, and I used to like to insert this little piece from this video. And it's about this man who does yoga. And he had a little boy. I'm sure this little boy is grown by now. But he had a little boy. And the little boy said, he was doing his yoga with his dad. And the little boy said, everybody has to do their own work. You got to do your own work. Everybody has to do their own work. Yes, you can share some information. But Paul Masson said, we will sell no wine before it's time. We will share no information until it's solidified, solid and true. Because if today it's chicken and tomorrow is feathers, it ain't ready yet. It's not ready. I know we all want to be Helpy Helperton, but some of us just are not yet ready. Some of us don't even have the self-awareness that we need to even understand that we're not ready to give that help yet. We're not ready to give that advice yet. You've got to garner and gain that self-awareness. I mean, think about it. How many people are rushing to you to ask you for help? Pay you for your help? And if the answer is not many, well, you might not be ready, because see, people are looking at you while you think you're ready. And you think you got, you ready to spit fire. You ready to drop some knowledge on somebody. People are looking at you and saying, I wouldn't let her suggest a bottle of water for me, let alone how to handle my relationships. Some of us are very unreceptive to constructive criticism. Many of us are very unreceptive to anything that doesn't line up with your current status, your current beliefs in how you should move, how you should think and talk and navigate this gift of life, navigate a relationship. Some just aren't ready. And they can't stand for someone to offer them, even if they're being respectful, they can't stand for anyone to tell them anything. And these are the type of people that suffer the most because they don't want to hear anything from anybody. They know it all, they got it all. I heard this individual once, someone just made a suggestion and this individual went off. And I mean, it was something mundane like where to put your furniture. Why don't you try and put the chair over here? Or maybe you could put it over there. Or, why don't you try to grow this? Or, why don't you start a little farm or a little garden? And I mean, someone just made a suggestion and this person went off. Made a whole video because someone just made a suggestion. Wow. It was just a suggestion. This person has some serious issues with someone just making a suggestion. And that might come from something deep-seated, deep-rooted from way back in their past, where someone made them feel very inferior, made them feel like they were less than. And so now nobody can tell them anything. There are people that I know, when you tell them something, they are like, really? I never thought about that. Wow. Okay, that's a neat idea. And then they go about their business. They go about their day. They didn't stop and make a whole soliloquy or a whole dissertation about why you shouldn't suggest to me why I do this. I mean, this person went to the deep end and was really upset because someone just suggestion about something they could grow in their garden. It's just a suggestion. I don't know. This person probably didn't know what this person knew. And in just making conversation, just making a suggestion, nobody said this individual had to take or accept anything this person was offering. This person was just making conversation, and this individual went off the deep end. Can't even talk to this person, can't even make a suggestion, and this is why people like this suffer, because they know it all, they got it all, they don't want to hear nothing from nobody else. And then at night, they can't sleep. They can't sleep at night. There's always something that's got them up and awake. They'll tell you it was this, it was that, it was this. I couldn't sleep because of this. I couldn't sleep because of my neighbor. I couldn't sleep because of... Everything is somebody else's fault. No self-awareness. Some narcissistic tendencies where everything that goes wrong is somebody else's fault. If you're going through something, take some time and go through it. Get it all out. Work it out. Work it through. Talk about it. But what I was saying earlier about, someone had said to me, well, you can't possibly be happy like that all the time. And I'm not. I pick my spots. I pick and choose my spots. When I know I'm going through something, I need to get somewhere by myself and work my out. I need to figure it out. And the first thing I do is ask, was it me? Was it something I said? Was it something I did? Maybe something happened in that person's life that made them not appreciate what I offered, what I did. Maybe I came across in a way that reminded them of something, maybe it was something I said, something I did. I'm not going to beat myself up over it because my intentions meant were for good, not to hurt. So, but I'm just thinking, did I say it wrong? Did I bring it across wrong? Was I being overbearing? Was I being pushy? The help that I offered, did it make them come across as inept, insufficient in any way? Especially to their family members, their loved ones. Did it make them look bad? Did my help make them look bad in any way? Oh, he a whole man, but she had to come to the rescue. Did it make them feel bad? Did it make them look bad in any way? See, these are things I have to take into account. If I'm really going to be an empath, if I'm really being empathetic, and that seems to be a bad word today for some reason. Seems to be a bad word. To be empathetic, sympathetic, compassionate, understanding. But when I'm going through something, I got to get by myself. I got to go figure it out. I got to go make amends and say, listen, I meant well. If I did something that, pushed in or, made you feel a certain kind of way, forgive me, please. I am sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry. No, I'm not a sorry person, but I'm sorry that I hurt you or did something that didn't set well with you. I am sorry. I apologize. Forgive me. See, because then my conscience is clear. And then if that person is still mad, angry, or upset, I did what I needed to do. And I asked for their forgiveness. And let it go. Okay, lady, you stay right there. I'm going to go right here. Ooh, pretty lady. She's an Aborigine. Wow. Oh, you don't see Aborigines around that. Well, not from down under. Oh, beautiful lady. Beautiful, beautiful. But anyway, self-awareness is important. It is important. It's important. Being able to take constructive criticism. When you can't take constructive criticism, when someone's being polite and kind and just sharing, and you get upset and you go off the rails and, you mad and you get on the defensive, you're just going to suffer longer than what you need to suffer because you don't want anyone to render or offer you any assistance. Some of us have been where you have yet to go. And you just don't want the help. So be it. Go through it. Agonize in it. Wallow in it. Jump through it. Jump over it. Get through it. Do what you got to do. But just like these people that say they want to help, want to offer help, but if somebody offered them help or some words of encouragement or words of direction, how are you going to teach if you can't be taught? I'm going to end it right there. How can you teach somebody? How can you share with somebody? How can you help somebody if you yourself won't accept the help? How can you teach somebody when you don't want to be taught? Harumph, I don't want to hear it. No. La 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 la. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to. No. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to plant. Don't tell me what to buy. Don't tell me how to move, how to speak, how to talk. Don't tell. How do you help somebody when you can't be helped? You cannot park right there. That's not a parking spot. That is wheelchair access. You know how when you have a handicap spot, and then next to the handicap spot, you have those painted lines next. That's so if the person is in a wheelchair, they have enough room to swing that door open, put their wheelchair in that area, and come out the parking lot. Now, see, you can have my parking space if you want it, but that spot is reserved for somebody that has a wheelchair. Maybe they're not from around here. Maybe they don't understand or know. They might not be from this country. You never know. But anyway, how can you teach when you don't want to be taught? And you mad at the slightest little hint of somebody saying, why don't you try it this way instead of that way? You know? That's all I got. I am Everything Fresh and Sassy. Stay close, stay tuned. I'll see you when I see you, Yahweh willing. Sawubona Mngani.